Station allerdings volgende Koran is nicht irreführend. You ain't gonna live forever before you're old and have your little fun, have your little fun. Greetings to our friends around the planet. Saludos a nuestros amigos alrededor del planeta. Grüße an unsere Freunde auf der ganzen Welt.
Salutations à nos amis autour de la planète. Приветствие нашим друзьям по всей планете.
Saluti ai nostri amici in tutto il pianeta.
And now very near the Canadian border in Monticello, Maine, Uncle Bill Tilford and Fred Waterer present a Canadian polka party.
That was the Canadian brass to kick us off, but we're going to have some actual Canadian polka bands this week, which the Canadian brass is not polka. So, grab your favorite beverage and a partner if you got one. Since RCI isn't around to do that for Canada, my friend and co-conspirator Fred Waterer, who actually is a Canadian, and I are going to bring you an hour of Canadian polka and factoids. Factoids may not be very danceable, but they're fun. And it was a blast the last time we were on the air together, and I see you haven't been deported yet.
Not yet, but, so far they haven't come for my passport.
Most of today's list is going to be Fred's. I threw in a couple of waltzes for Philip, and of course, one of Canada's biggest polka personalities.
And actually, for 3 years, they were the summer replacement show for Don Messer and his Islanders, who had a national program on the CBC. But my dad played bass, and very, very young Walter played accordion. He was replaced because even, at, I guess, 20 years old, he was a very talented accordion player, and he wanted to go out on his own. So I'm not sure if that's actually him on the recording, but it could be. I'm not sure about the provenance of that recording. But, he played, as I say, a very young Walter played accordion in that band, and they were not hugely successful. Abby Andrews was in a car accident just as they were sort of coming up the ranks, and he could never play again, so they kind of got... it's very sad for my dad's musical career, but it's also good for me because he met my mother shortly afterwards, and the rest is history because I'm here because of that. So.
Now, that TV show, and depending on whom you read, possibly some others similar to it, inspired an SCTV bit by Eugene Levy and the late John Candy, the Schmengi Brothers. We're going to listen to the Schmengi Brothers from the fictional country of Butonia doing cabbage rolls and coffee.
I'm your Schmengi, and I'm Schmengi, and we're the Happy Wonders.
Fred, tell us about these guys.
Oh, the Schmengi Brothers were essentially a parody of polka shows, such as Walter Ostanek coming out of Kitchener and Hamilton. Many of the SCTV characters were parodies of local television programming from both Southern Ontario and Western Europe. Joe Flaherty played Count Floyd, and they had Monsters Horror Theater. And if you watch SCTV, he also played Floyd Robertson, who was the newscaster on SCTV News. And that was a play on the actual reality in Buffalo, New York. Tom Joel was the weatherman at WKBW TV in Buffalo. And he also was Tom in the afternoon with a children's program. And I remember reading a book about SCTV saying that at some point, the show was canceled before they could do it. But at some point, they were going to actually have Count Floyd come in to do the news with his his Count Floyd makeup on, and but that was basically an homage to Tom Jones in Buffalo, and a lot of the other characters too. The commercials and various things that they did on SCTV was just based on local TV that my age, your age, would have watched on a regular basis. So.
Like Bob and Doug McKenzie from SCTV, everybody's got different ones, but they actually have a round form video piece, so that's polka, which is worth a watch if you never have done that.
You want something Norwegian?
And we're going to listen to a whole set that's pulled up from the Norwegian immigrants to Canada. This is going to run a little while, but it's a nice mix of stuff. I'm Bill Fulford, and you can call me Uncle Bill, and this is Uncle Bill's Melting Pot. 9,670 kilohertz from Rohrbach, Germany, where even Wayne can get on the air. This episode of Uncle Bill's Melting Pot is not brought to you by Tim Hortons Coffee, but I'd be more than happy to take their money if they'd like to sponsor a future one. Going to the Ukrainian song, which has a lot more violin in it. You would hear in most polka bands in the U.S. This was the Green Valley Polka by Lamb. Not a very Ukrainian sounding name, but a Ukrainian style polka. Frequently would take songs and then tweak them a little bit and retitle them. We're going to end the program with a couple of chiefs. And I say chiefs because one's Canadian, but it's not really a polka, and the other is a polka, but not really Canadian exactly. And we'll start with Charlie Drake, who is an Irishman, but very popular throughout the Commonwealth, I guess, in Canada. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, Charlie Drake is probably more famous for his novelty songs, and they were quite popular in Australia, Canada, other nations of the Commonwealth. He did the Witch Doctor song, which got a lot of airplay and a number of edits to make it eligible to be played on the radio in the United States and other countries. But this is his one of his lesser known songs, but I thought it was kind of cute.
And the song that she pulled up for us was "And That's the End of My Era."
Whatever's wrong? I'm not fond of my yodel. No. Come on. I'll tell you how it happened.
The TV of the day.
I wouldn't doubt it. He and Benny are very, very similar in their sense of humor.
This last one is technically a two-step, but if you're dancing polkas, you'll probably dance a two-step too if it's right in front of you. This fellow went by the stage name of Dr. Bad Breath and a half dozen other characters. His real name was Randy Broadhead, and he was a DJ in Edmonton and did some classic different songs. This is Stinky Breath. Closing thoughts.
I just think, first of all, I was pleased when you suggested that we do this program because of the connection to Walter Ostanek. And it's a multicultural facet of Canada. You know, polka is very popular here, and with all of the sort of polka communities, you know, as you mentioned through the program, Polish and Scandinavian and Ukrainian and German, it kind of ties a lot of the multicultural aspects of Canada together.
I'm Fred, it's always great to have you on board. Riding shotgun there. You always bring something interesting to the table. I have a public service message specifically for the government of Canada. If you want Fred and I to stop representing you like this, bring back RCI. I know it's going to cost some money, but would you rather have Uncle Bill presenting some for you?
For the children.
We'll do this again sometime. We'll go out with something genuinely Canadian, although not a polka. The Plaid-Tongue Devils with In Questcovania.
If you would like Uncle Bill and Fred want her to start doing radio programs about Canada's musical culture, you can write to info@rci.ca and ask them to join Radio Canada International. That's info@rci.ca. Tell them Olga sent you.
This program is self-funded. I've been at it a few years. You can help the program on Patreon.com. That's Patreon. Look for Tulsa Productions LLC or Uncle Bill's Melting Pot. Unsere E-Mail-Adresse lautet telfordproductions@gmail.com. telfordproductions@gmail.com. Remember, we have bumper stickers now. And, demonstrating that you listen to the entire program. And yes, you're eligible even if you listen online. 6 separate weeks. We'll send you a jiffy Uncle Bill's Melting Pot bumper sticker, suitable to stick it wherever you want. Well, I hope you had as much fun listening as I did putting it together. You can write me at tilfordproductions@gmail.com. That's TILFORD productions@gmail.com. If you're listening via shortwave and you like QSL cards, I will send you an EQSL for a full reception report. If you didn't like the show, try to pretend next week. As I said in the beginning, we're going to play a little bit of everything from a little bit of everything. In the meantime, have fun.
Like a banker, like snow, like an Eskimo snow. I like you. Like a monkey, like coconut. Like an Indian bee.
Only the tea.
I like you.